All right, we're off and running on
Good
a
remix.
Wednesday. Yeah, these Charles Ramsey drops. I don't care if they're
I think in your previous life you were a DJ.
maybe like a bad wedding DJ, like the Dan Band, where you're just up there cussing and flipping
Yeah, I was
off
about
the
to say, is that
bride's
the old school?
husband or the bride's father.
That's the old school band.
No, the one from the movie.
Yeah.
And they cuss and like Will Ferrell's like,
Yeah.
what did he just say?
Old school, yeah.
Yes.
I need you more. Yeah.
Right, that one. Or at the Catalina wine mixer, and he takes them to the candy shop. I have a question. I really hate the fact I have to ask it. I don't understand it. I don't understand anything. Doug and Scott made a big thing about there are people walking amongst us who don't like the Aiden Hutchinson extension. How? Why?
Yeah, Aiden's your guy. I mean, you knew this was going to happen.
It's 4 years, not 7 or 8. It's 180, and I'm not going to say that is a Walmart DVD bin value, but it is slightly less than Micah Parsons. The reasoning for that is you gave Aiden more of a guarantee, so the number is a little bit lower, but it's 141 of 180 is guaranteed. It's an A-plus job by Brad Holmes.
Yeah.
And I want to salute Mr. Dance Man over here because he even got the time frame right. The idea of letting Aiden come back, prove it, David Montgomery time frame of re-up. He's had a really nice season. I just, how do you not like the deal? Like if you criticize the JMO deal, I hear you. If you criticize the Kirby Joseph deal based on positional value or lack thereof, or you like Brian Burns, you like Brian Branch better, or look, those things I understand. But if you get an Aiden Hutchinson, you hold on to an Aiden Hutchinson. Now, I hope you're not doing this whole thing, well, Micah Parsons is better. Right. Well, he's on the Packers. All right, Myles Garrett is better. Well, he's on the Browns. And by the way, Myles Garrett makes like $10 million more a year. The whole point is Aiden is one of a select group of guys that's a lead dog off the edge.
Yeah.
Rico, what am I missing where they got a bunch of negative feedback about it? It's like, I'm not going to stand and applaud, but I'm saying it's an A-plus job by Brad.
Okay, but I think a lot of the negative feedback, Mike, comes from people just – whenever somebody signs, it's the whole, it's not worth it, and they sort of, I don't get paid this much. Yeah, well, you also don't do strip sacks, okay? So, yeah, you can't come off the rush edge. So that's why you don't get paid that much. It's, well, look at all this money, and what about and it's everything that you could do with somebody else's money. And I looked at that deal and was like, about averages to $45 million a year.
Look,
okay,
I said
a little bit less than some of the top guys.
We've talked about 4 at 200 or 5 at 250. Like that's kind of what you'd be gunning for. They got him for a little bit less. They upped the guarantee. Everybody should be happy.
They upped the guarantee, and I do think that, hey, you know what? You actually got a hometown discount. I think on all your guys, they say, hey, we could keep all of you here together if you take a little bit less, but we'll make it up in different spots.
You won't
be the highest paid in your position, but collectively, you guys are going to be around and playing with each other for a long time.
I think the little bit less is a great point because a couple mil here spread over 5 or 6 players equals a 7th player. That's kind of how it works. No, not an Aiden level contract, but like maybe it turns into the ability to keep a Laporta. I don't know.
Right. Because, hey, here's the thing. Aiden, other guys before you took a little bit of less so we can sign you. You're going to take a little bit of less because we got to sign Gibbs. We got to sign Laporta. We got to sign Branch.
And the taking less, let's be clear about something. All right, while a Micah Parsons deal is flashier, this is almost all guaranteed money. If you are a player, especially one whose leg was in 7 pieces last year, the security is not in the press release. The security is this money is guaranteed to me. This is multi-generational, life-changing money. The rookie deal is nice.
Yeah.
This turns you into Monty Burns.
Yeah. You know what? Now Aiden can move out of his parents' house.
Okay.
No, seriously. He was living there for a while. Like now, Dad, thanks. Let me now buy you a piece of property on my estate. to show my thanks.
I'm not going to solicit people who don't like it. Again, for Doug and Scott to be receiving that, they are the most positive show on the station. I am surprised that people were negative about signing Aiden Hutchinson. It's just a weird thing.
Because I was talking to Gator afterwards. It's because you're not a Super Bowl champion team. It's like, well, is he worth it? Remember when? And I harken back to Stafford when he was the highest paid QB, and it was, but he doesn't win anything and this and that. And then over a few years, he was cheap bargain basement DVD bin, as you would say.
But by the time Aiden's deal will be reworked, not forcibly, but like literally just say 3 years from now, the top D end in the league might be approaching $60 million.
Yeah, but because I'm assuming because they haven't won. You keep signing all these people, but we don't see a Super Bowl Lombardi trophy in there yet.
But it's a
maybe
process.
That upsets people. Look, man, I don't know. Like, this was the deal. This was actually a great deal across the board where I think everybody shook hands at the table and got something out of it and was totally happy.
You get him up to his year 30 season. Age 30 season.
He didn't make $50 million a year, but he got $141 million guaranteed.
And that's the trade-off as an organization.
I think he could put cheese on his Whopper. He'll be okay.
But if you want the flashy number, you've got to give back some of the guarantee. Yes. I think it's a win for both parties. So I'd love to hear from you guys on it. I don't know. Look, the future of this team didn't include Aiden Hutchinson, and in fact, the conversations, whether this show or any show, about adding edge help had nothing to do with insurance for Aiden leaving. It was, I want to add and invest in Aiden Hutchinson beyond
make his job easier, make his life easier, because now
if you're top 10 in pressures, let's be top 5 or top 3 or just be number 1 and kill everyone. Shout out Rico Beard, Nick Bolton reference. But 248-539-9797. I think it's an A+ job by Brad Holmes, the Lions, Sheila, and by Aiden. Let's be clear. I'm not going to turn him into.
Well, he hit the ground running because I think for the Lions, look, you came off the broken leg, Aiden. We need to make sure before we sign you to this deal, the money is there. Show me what you got. And the last 3 games he's had strip sack fumbles.
He's turned it on.
Yeah,
and it just, I don't know. I'm not going to turn him into Robin Hood. Like, oh, he's like he's not a martyr.
No.
But it was a fair, square deal for both parties. And that doesn't happen all the time in the NFL.
Yeah, and if you're Brad Holmes and you're the Lions, okay, you know what? He bounced back from the broken leg. Because, Mike, some people never really recover, and they become injury prone. And I think if Aiden had gotten injured again, it was like, you're not going to be in this category. We're going to put you in this category. We'll keep you. But you're not going to be making that much, but he didn't.
The other angle, too, is, I don't know who these people are that are being negative about it, but if you don't like this deal, it's weird because, if anything, you're holding it against the team that they don't have a Super Bowl and that they're signing their players. It's a different argument when they don't make big trades or don't make a huge free agent signing. You're conflating things. Your plan to keep Aiden was sacrosanct to everything else. You were always keeping him. Why would you not love the fact they did keep him? And I'm with Rico in this regard. Like, he did take a little less to get a higher guarantee. It's 4 years, not 5 or 6. I'm thrilled by it. So I'd ask your thoughts on it, and I don't want you to feel that you can't call. I just genuinely was a little gobsmacked listening to Doug and Scott today, and they were getting a lot of negativity on the ticket text about this deal and signing Aiden, and it's rare. I don't know what to say, but I don't. I'm Jonathan Smith right now. I'm standing blankly and just going, how could you be mad?
Yeah, I think the title of this book is
boy.
I'm buying the drinks tonight.
248-539-9797. David, your thoughts?
Yeah, I will tell you where I was with this deal when I initially saw it. When I initially saw it, there were no numbers. So I assumed he was going to get $51 million per year. And I didn't think he should be the highest paid non-guaranteed non-quarterback. I didn't think that 50. I was like, I don't know. Because in my mind, Garrett, Watt, and Parsons are more impactful on the field than Aiden. And then the contract numbers came out, and I said, and Evan can tell you, I was talking to him. I said, wow, this is a win-win. Huh. Because he's not the highest paid. He gets the guarantees more than anyone, and yet 45 will look like chump change in a couple years. It's a good deal.
Yeah, it's right where it needs to be. Right. If he would have came out there like, wait, you're getting paid more than Myles Garrett, okay, you're good, he's great, okay? He's another level. He's on a bad team getting 5 sacks in one game on a team that has no chance for anything.
So seeing the numbers, you're right, Mike. I don't get why anybody can say any negative about this. There's nothing negative to say about this.
No, and it's interesting because the other thing I'm not going to do, and like ESPN just put a piece out today, and you can do what you want with this. I don't think that, again, the conflation of issues is a weak point in this town. Signing Aiden doesn't take away the desire. I won't call it a need because that trips people out. The desire to continue to add to the D-line. Here's a blurb from ESPN as they describe the Lions trade deadline. Key position of need. This is ESPN, okay? So just hurl the slander over there. Okay. Edge rusher. The Lions rank dead last in pass rush win rate at 26.3% and desperately need help across from Aiden Hutchinson. With better pass rushers, they wouldn't have to manufacture pressures with blitzes. Now, do I think that take is a little bit negative? Yes. But they're third and 10 sacks. Okay, just cool it. We're third and sacks. Because I can already hear the calls coming in, and it's like, all right, well, you're still not quite getting this. The data, and when you play better teams, you just want more of more. Aiden is the linchpin to all of it. That's the only reason I bring up that blurb. It begins and ends with Aiden. Investing in Aiden beyond the contract is the whole point of all those discussions. Yeah. And I don't think they need to trade for a star. Let me do that one. We're not doing the Trey Hendrickson shows. It's not April. We're not doing a Max Crosby. None of that. I don't think they need that. But I do think adding somebody, you've got this deal done, what's next? But it's A+ work by Home.
And see, I'm with you about the adding people because to me it was like when they re-signed Goff. Okay,
we're dirty sharks.
He's the linchpin to the offense. And then they went out there and they made sure they kept all his toys. For Aiden, what I don't want to hear is, well, we got one and we don't need any more. And how many times I don't care about what other teams have. You got him, get somebody else. And it doesn't have to be, as you said, Max Crosby. No. It doesn't have to be this person.
Those are off-season.
You could go out there and get somebody. I mean, heck, I'm watching trades yesterday like, wow, okay, this guy went for a 6th or 7th round pick. Yeah, you can make a trade like that. For a second, I'm like, are the Patriots just in the selling mode? But
no, they're restructuring. 248-539-9797. We'll get your phone calls. Aiden is signed. I think it's a great deal. It's a great job by everybody involved. Okay, what's next? I mean, that's really my mindset.
Good job by them.
Good job by me. Better job by your bank account.